Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to the stream. Hope everybody is well. And yeah, it was a bit of a loose end for tonight. I've done all my racing for the season, for the week. So I was like, you know what? Let's jump in to some open lobbies. And yeah, we're going to do some prep work for the NEC, the Nürburgring Endurance Championship, which I'm planning on running this season in the TCR Honda Civic Type R. So yeah, looking forward to it. Not really a just waiting for the session to come up here. Not really driven front wheel cars before. So, of all the places to learn my craft of front wheel drive cars, we're doing it at the Nürburgring. But so far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah, I've not. Let me switch my scene there, Damo. There we go. Hey! All right, the lobby's now up. It's Nock Racing's Nords open lobby for anybody that wants to jump in. There are no there is no password. It was better before. All right, fine, that's fine. We'll do that in demo. That's fine. Fine by me. Not a problem. But yeah, it's just thought I'd do, you know, a 3-hour session, open lobby session at Nords. Everybody's welcome. I've thrown in some AI drivers as well, just to kind of to simulate some traffic on track. Hot lapping and driving on your own is one
radio
thing.
Check.
Spotter, radio check.
I need to turn my volume down a little bit, the system volume. Yeah, hot lapping is one thing, but actually driving with other traffic is another thing. I'm not saying that we're going to like have masses of traffic, but even if we have like faster cars coming around us that we need to kind of be wary of, that'll just be kind of better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, I just kind of want to do, obviously not a full race. The full race is 4 hours long. But I would like to do some stint practice more than anything here, I think. The lapping and everything that I've been doing, I've been running with about 6 laps of fuel, which is about an hour's running, just under an hour. The times I've been doing are about just over 9 minutes a lap. Not too far off the 8 minutes on my getting the 8 minutes on my optimals, which is something I'm working on with 1 lap pace. But obviously, coming to the race, it's just more about being consistent than pace. Definitely, the first race as well, I think, I'm going to treat it very much a case of you know, just kind of trying to get a feel for this at Nürburgring as well. Driving here will be quite something. In an endurance race, sort of only normally used to driving like a three lap races here. So yeah, I've managed to string 6 together, although towards the end of the 6 it was starting to get a bit of concentration loss. That's taking a long while for this session to start. But yeah, just kind of want to get myself used to everything. Need to set my talk buttons here. Not sure I need to set anything else at the minute. I can hear a car out on track. I'm guessing that's probably the AI, isn't it? Hey Steve, welcome along mate, no worries, catch you soon. There's Damien, making sure Damien's in there, okay. Let's make sure all the... Let's make sure all of my overlays and everything are not showing, are they? Dare say it's because I started OBS before. If you start OBS before you start Race Labs, then it has a bit of a hissy fit. I've realised pit lane's very busy at the minute as all the AR cars are streaming out. Just need to update all my sources one by one. Be with you in a minute. Right, I think we're good. So yeah, it's gonna be very busy for a start, I think, out of here.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour. Pit exit's clear.
Away we go. So yeah, like I say, I'm a complete noob when it comes to front-wheel drive cars. Currently learning my craft with this. But looking forward to taking part in the NEC. Yo, Smithers! What's going on? Ah, no worries, Roy. I'll try and remember that next time I run an open lobby. We'll maybe just run the Nords itself without this first part. Hope you're well there, Roy. Good to see you, mate. Yeah, I might be doing something else very, very soon. Details are a bit sketchy at the minute, so not really pencil anything in, but keep your eye on channels. Got these Audi drivers driving in the middle of the road, jeez. We've got the faster class cars bearing down on us. See, this is why I put the AI guys on, because it's going to be interesting, like, in the traffic. I genuinely don't know, like, where the best places are going to be to let these guys past.
On your right. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
I suppose that works. Wasn't what I was anticipating, but it works. Audi's holding them up. Holding them up big time. The only thing I don't know about at the minute is I won't know when people are leaving and joining, as I've turned off the system notifications in my settings to say when people leave and join the session. So apologies if you are joining and I don't see you in here. You can always just let me know in the chat, send me a message in the chat, or drop me a little on the radio. To be honest, Roy, I'm just not really feeling GT cars at the minute. Kind of gone through a bit of a stage where, as I've gone through iRacing and I've got progressed through the licenses and the levels, kind of feel like I need to drive a car at that license level each season. When actually I think what I've done, I've probably actually hindered myself by doing that, going into like faster cars than I probably should be driving. So next season I'm planning on, it's planning, so I don't know if I will yet, well, it's not the season yet, but like, main series probably going to be like in slower cars. Maybe I know I've done a C-Class license series this season in the Formula cars. Maybe do the same in the road cars. Maybe even drive the TCRs, maybe might be my go-to series next season. Especially soon as I'm going to be learning the TCR for the NEC. Stay nice and close to Pony here, so we can have a run at them on the dot and jet. Yeah, I feel like I've had more fun this season, like driving the slower cars.
Left side.
See if we can get
Still
past them
there.
here.
Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line.
Yeah, I just don't possess the skills
Still there.
I don't feel like I possess the skills to
Hold your line.
get enough rotation on the GT cars, so
Still there.
I mean I would like to go
Clear
back to
left.
them. At some point. But at the minute, I think I really want to kind of like focus on slower cars. Why are all the AI pitting? They're not all just doing like one lap and then going to retire, are they?
Yeah, I was going to ask about the AI pitting.
Madness.
Scared.
Oh, come wide. I think the GT cars just aren't as hardcore as the TCRs, clearly, Damo. I just think the TCRs are all staying out. I don't know why I voice checked that, because he's clearly listening to the stream.
Oh, I'm GT4, so I'm not TCR.
Looking at the like the times of the relatives and everything, I guess the TCRs aren't actually that much slower than the GT4s. Obviously there might be some bottom things that come into play once the series comes round, but pretty much held a constant gap to the Mercedes behind that entire lap, so anyway, now that we've cleared Tony, let's see if we can press on a bit. Tyres will be nice and warm. Sure, I've got a key for my fuel black box. Don't particularly want to auto fuel when I hit the box, but got another best part of 5 laps to worry about that. Funny old corner, that one. Couple of corners that are over crests really unsettle this this car. I've say learning the craft of front-wheel drive cars. Seemingly, the big key is to try and keep as much weight over the front tyres. Be very, very gentle with the steering, and about like on acceleration, I've been trying to get the power down as quickly as I can. I'm not sure if that is the best approach or if I should be more gradual on throttle application, but the big thing seems to be, like I say, just working the brakes and the steering in combination to try and keep as much weight over those front tyres through the corners. Gradually coming off the brakes. Off track. Well, we kicked out the
Watch
barrier,
the
that's
track
the main thing.
limits, please, Nick.
I didn't go in too hot for the hairpin either, so that's another bonus. I was actually doing some testing in the GR86 in the week. I've been. It's so much content this week. It's unreal. But Yeah, I was doing some testing in the GR86 for something, and it's quite mad actually. I forget how like soft the suspension is in that car and how much it like bounces over the curves. Such a great car, fun car to drive, so it's definitely up there for one potentially to be driving next season. Right, let's chase down Angela, also driving the Civic. Put a bit of brake on there because we're going at a rate of knots. Always wanted a Civic Type R as my car when I was younger, but the one
Get
from,
one, get one.
I don't like the
Leader
newer
has just done
one's not too bad. I really didn't like. I like the
8:46.2.
one before. I guess it was like around the 2003, 2004 time. But when they brought out the one with the stupid like glass back window spoiler thing, whatever they were trying to do there, I didn't like that one. It was the one before that that I really wanted. But I quite like the shape of the new ones actually. It was a running joke actually that whenever me and my wife got a dog, we was going to call it Honda, but we did not in the end. Alright, so we've pulled up to the back of Angela again. So we should be able to get past on the dot and jet. Oh, that was didn't expect it to scrub so much speed off. Jeez. As I was coming off the jump there, I really had to slam on the brakes because seemingly you can't slow a car down when it's got all four tyres off the track. Who'd have thunk it? It's sideways there. Just gonna stay behind for a minute.
Car left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Clear left.
Yeah, we're not too dissimilar on iRacing, are we, Roy? So I mean, it'd be nice if we could. Be nice if we could get in the race at some point together. And stay over this side of the track. So Damien's gone top of the timing sheets there with a 8:46. So clearly the GT4s are quicker than the TCRs. Ignoring my previous comment then. Yeah, Peter loves a. Although he has been doing a bit more with the Porsche this season, hasn't
Okay,
he?
Nick, you've got about 4 laps of fuel left. P7. The car ahead has just done a 9:11.
think the other big realization, though, for me, Roy, as well, was realizing that I've been picking like quite niche series to run, and up until this season, I was literally focusing on those series a week and those ones only. And obviously, when you're running smaller field size races, it's really hard to get results where you can gain iRating. So yeah, that's kind of like another thing that I kind of want to drive the slower cars and go back into some more series that actually run a bit more regular than every other hour. But there are some changes coming to iRacing next season in some of the series where they are making some of them a little bit more regular after having a successful trial with the MX-5 and the M2 this season. So yeah, I do wonder though, with the production car challenge series next season, will there be as many people in the slower cars with them moving the M2 over to that series? I think everyone's got a taste for the M2 this season, run it in the rookie series, so you might not see as many people racing in Mazdas and GR86s, but it's all good. Yeah, I think it's like that introductory car almost. It's like, it's not a GT car, but it's like an introduction to almost to GT cars. So I drove it a little bit when it first came out, and you know, I was still going through this whole phase of struggling with GT cars. Really struggled to get the rotation, so I didn't really give it a great amount of time this season, unfortunately.
Sector 1 is 3.7, off the pace.
Car stopped on track.
Yeah, it's not running out of fuel again, is it, Damo?
Managed to avoid it. Nah, I think it was a human.
Yeah, like I said, unfortunately, because I haven't got my connection disconnect messages on, I don't know who has joined, if anybody. So I don't know if you've seen, Roy, as well. They're also moving the M2 into the M series for next season as well. So I don't know if that's multi-class. I think the M series, the car changes weekly, I think. But yeah, I'm not really sure how that series works, if I'm honest.
That's a new fastest lap for Cross, 8:38.6. Yellow flag.
Got a yellow in the carousel. We must have quite a few people in here actually. We're up to 54 cars, 54 drivers, and there was. I started the session with 40 AI drivers, so must be quite a few humans in here. So if you are in here, welcome along. Yeah, I messed that up. I had to really get on the brakes there because wasn't sure how to catch that one. Always get to this part of the lap and breathe a bit of a sigh of relief because it's the end of the tight technicals, twisty sections. Very much foot to the floor. Let's run to the corners, run to the mini carousel as fast as we can. This bit. Almost up to 60 on track now. It holds much speed that time through there. Yeah, I did see that you've just put the M2 at Tsukuba up. I haven't had a chance to watch the sim. I watched later, but I did watch John's race there earlier on, and yeah, the car just seems too big for the circuit. So hopefully your race went a little bit better than John's did.
P9. We estimate 3 laps of fuel left.
We've got a Daniel Santos in here.
The guy ahead has just done a 8:50.6.
He's driving the Ferrari, 4.2k safety rating, 1.7k rated driver. Welcome along, Daniel.
Okay, Nick, you've used half your fuel.
Very close to hitting the barrier there on pit exit, trying to just open up that track a little bit more.
New fastest lap for lap 8:07.2 seconds.
A slow sector for me, that. Yeah. Sounds very similar to my F3 race. The guy who took me out actually went on to take third position in the end of that one.
On your left. Clear left.
Very congested area of the track over at the first sector of the lap. There's lots of big cluster of cars over there by the looks of the track map. Yeah, I mean, I watched it back a few times after I stopped recording that little segment, and I may have been able to give him like the benefit of the doubt that it had been netcode sort of thing, but the fact that when I was still on board with him, he then went out and dive bombed the leader at the time into turn one and damaged the leader, took him out of the race. Yeah, kind of suggests not the cleanest of races. Big risk there, taking a chunk of the inside curb, but paid off. I just hope it's not going to be something that we come across a lot of, to be fair, Roy. Let's rest my foot a little bit while I'm on the straight here. Like I say, it's not the first time it's happened to me, so if it's a new tactic that some people are employing, I don't want to read into it too much. I'm sure it's nothing.
Mrs. Cross is at an award ceremony, and they've just won the award.
Oh, congratulations to Mrs. Cross.
Car left.
Yellow flag, caution.
Hold your line. Clear left.
Yellow flag. Oh, car in the barrier. It's a rookie by the looks of it. Connor's in the barrier. Off track.
Track limits, this lap will be deleted.
So the only thing about this car is like if you've got too much weight on the back, it's really, you just cannot, like front wheel drive cars, you cannot get it turned in. Really a case of like you really have to be accurate when you're getting back on power. The minute that weight shifts to the back, you are just understeering out to no man's land. No worries, Roy. Thank you very much for hanging, buddy. Have a good evening. Enjoy the film. I will hopefully catch up with you soon.
P11, only 2 more laps of fuel.
Yeah, just drifted out there. Couldn't get on the power. It's strange that Race Labs hasn't separated the cars into their own classes, so yeah, it's a bit strange. Oh, I just kept it in and out the barrier. That was a bit hot. Constantly just trying to push the limits now. It's probably the worst time to start pushing the limits because our tyres are going to be pretty second hand at this point. Gruffy. Take a gear shift early there to get the car around the corner. Overslowed the car there as well, turned in a little bit too early. A little bit slidey at the minute. Need to calm it down. It's nice to have these long straights here because you've got so many corners in such a small proximity. Your foot is almost always over the brake pedal, so it's just a nice bit of nice respite just to get like a moment just to relax your foot a little bit. I was very relaxed on my foot there, and I thought I might have to get on the brakes, but I didn't. Scruffy. Bit scruffy as well, but we got it round.
Yellow flag.
That rookie might have just reset to track there. One of us was sat there last time we came around, so...
Yellow flag.
mad really when I think about it. Like, I've driven Nords before on like other simulators. And when I first started driving it again on iRacing, I used to think to myself that the section between the two carousels was so long and just like never ending, but now it's just absolutely flashes past. Now that I've done some laps around here and back used to the track again, it's mad like how short that section actually is. What's going on, Equinox? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Got another car there with a reset. Andreas. How is everything treating you, Jan? Caught you on iRacing a few times last couple of weeks. Anything to do with that nice new Moser bundle of yours? What's going on, Mo?
Yellow flag.
Oh, I'm glad that this is can be a happy place for you,
You'll be
buddy.
out of fuel on the next lap.
Sorry to hear that you've had a bad day. We're going to need to box at the end of this lap. Somebody else mentioned about LMU to me earlier on in the week, actually. Considered picking it up and giving it a go, maybe. Although it is like cars that I have said earlier on in the stream that I'm trying to have a break from, but somebody said that the daily races are really good. And you don't need any extra content for the daily race. It's all DLC free content, so... yeah, somebody suggested to pick it up and give it a go. I might do in the future, but how are you getting on with it? It seems like, I don't know what's going on with it, because like, it came out, and it was really popular. And it seemed to die a bit of a death, and then all of a sudden it's like growing in popularity again. Bit understeered out wide there. Had to stay off the throttle a little bit longer than I wanted. I'll catch up with that in a minute, Jan. feel the car's more engaging and more, it feels more alive, interesting. Just such a demanding track. I'll straight in a minute though, so I'll be able to catch up in a minute. Optimal's looking good, but I just need to actually get a lap time that's representative of that. Alright, foot rest time. The new rig's really good, thank you, Jan. Been working hard on some different content this week actually. So, got another kind of setup-y kind of video coming on Sunday. But no, the new rig's great. Honestly, can't believe I used to, you know, my old setup was on that office chair with some bits of wood to hold it in position. It's really mad, really, when you think about it. But yeah, I would definitely recommend. I mean, it's not the best still because obviously, as like I said in that setup and sim tour, room tour video sort of thing. Because I obviously working and where my monitors are, there's like all the way over there in the distance. It'd be nice if I could have something like a bit closer here. Almost want like a stand that's not bolted to the desk and that I could just like kind of move and pull towards me. I've seen
Okay, Nick, coming to
YouTube,
the
somebody on
end of this
YouTube
lap.
with like
Box
similar
this lap.
kind of scenario where they're working from home and having to convert their office space of working into their sim rig, and they kind of just like have it on a stand where they can pull it towards them.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Connor's still here, isn't he? The other thing I've been thinking about is whether or not I could like wall mount my monitors on like an arm and the arms like come out sort of thing, but a similar sort of thing for my daughter's TV in her bedroom, where she's got a very small room. She has it on an arm that she can push flush. It sits at the foot of the bed. It's on an arm that she can push it against the wall when she's in bed, but then bring it all the way out if she needs to, and then also swivels because she's got a desk at the side of her bed, so she doubles the monitor as a computer monitor. So yeah, the thing is, I just seem to have all these hobbies where everything is so expensive. You know, sim racing, DJing, music production, photography, all that sort of thing. So expensive everything is. I've been...
Cheaper than real motorsport labour.
Say that again, Damien.
cheaper than real motorsport though, mate.
Well, yep, there is that, mate. Very, very true. Need some bottomless pockets, I think, to get into proper motorsport.
Yellow flag.
Alright, we're in the box.
Engage the limiter.
Haven't got a limiter, have I?
You've had a black flag. We'll need to come into the pits.
How can I engage the limiter when I haven't got a limiter button?
Box in 5,
Oh well.
4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
Hopefully the admin of the server doesn't kick me for speeding the pits. Alright, let's
Front left, 71%. Left rear, 91.
let's refuel. So yeah, all in all, not a bad opening stint. Got quite a few in here actually. Quite a lot of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21. 21 people are in or have been in at least. So NEC is the Nürburgring Endurance Championship. The iRacing version of it starts next month. I think it's the 4th or 5th of April, the weekend of the 4th and the 5th. Actually, let me map a pit limiter button while I think about it. And they're 4-hour endurance races, multi-class races, basically. So yeah, that's what the NEC is. And yeah, I've kind of like driving at Nürburgring. I've not refueled. Why haven't I refueled? Can I refuel, please? Yeah, I enjoy driving here, so yeah. Okay. I thought I'd jump into it and give it a go this season. Like I said, 9 races in total.
It exits clear. Yellow flag.
It's solo or team event. And I'm not sure whether or not I'll be running solo or with a teammate. Man, cold tyres in this car is dreadful. If we're just running on our own, obviously we'll do the whole stint. But if we're running in a team, then I guess it'll be pretty much 2 stints. Depending on traffic and everything, I mean, actual race pace is obviously going to be a lot slower than 1 lap pace once you get like traffic and the faster cars coming past and everything like that. But if we're running like just over 9 minutes a lap, then I was fueling the car for 6 laps. 54 minutes. Man, cold tyres. Yeah, 54 minutes a stint. Should have really... I'll have a look on Garage 61 actually. I wanted to have a look at the tyre. Should be able to look at that now actually. Okay, so tyre usage, the fronts were at 75% by the looks of it. We'll go for it.
Left side. Clear left.
Back off a bit for this crest. Yeah, temps were looking good on the tyres actually. Obviously front wheel drive car, not really utilising the rears, but yeah, 71% on the inside left seems to be the biggest wear point, so it's interesting. I thought the tyres were not feeling so great and started to slide about a bit, but obviously there was still a bit more life in them, so we could go and do longer stints if we wanted. Well, I was actually having this conversation not so long ago with Roy, actually, Jan, about. I think I'm kind of going to go take a bit of a big slide. We're going to take a bit of a backwards approach to this season, and we're going to try and drive some slower cars, but do more racing, if that makes sense. So maybe drop into a C or a D class series in the road car side of it. What about the F3s though? I don't know whether to continue the F3s or again whether or not to drop down to F4s. I'm all over the place at the minute. The F4s would be nice just for the simple fact that the races are more regular, and they are making the change this season to the fixed series races. So they're going to be running on the every hour for season 2, which is nice rather than every 2, because I think that's one of the biggest things is like as you progress through the licenses, the higher the license, the less frequent the races. So when I've tried to run higher licensed races in the past, not really had a chance to get many races in at a time. So yeah, don't feel like sometimes I've been able to progress, or he's going slow. The AI car going slow as well. I think he's hit the barrier. Cheers, Damien. I will see you very soon indeed. Yeah, with like some of the series that I've been running in the higher license categories, they're a bit more niche, and you don't get as many people racing, so the wheel-to-wheel racing isn't there, or people are just too quick for me for my current skill levels. So I'm kind of thinking about just reining it back a little bit, going for some like a slower series. So maybe something like I enjoy driving the Mazdas, of course. Either that, or if we're going to look to drive the TCRs for this series, so the TCR series that we could be going for. Or you got the Clio, if you want to stay in a front wheel drive, or you got the GR86 Cup butt kicker. There are plenty of options for the slower series.
Yellow flag.
I'm not too sure about the M2. It's kind of like that borderline kind of crossover car for entering into the GT cars. So yeah, I don't know about the M2, but they're moving that up to the production car challenge series. The AI is running out of fuel. So yeah, not really done enough running in it on the this season to get a good grasp of it. I kind of ran with it a bit at the start, but found I was struggling a bit getting the rotation. But yeah, it's a fun car. I love the sound of it as well. Come off the throttle and it's just got that kind of like run over kind of scenario about it. Just sounds really, really nice indeed.
P18.
Right, we're not the fastest TCR, so let's try and do something about that.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Everyone's having a fun time there by the looks of it.
On your left. Clear left.
Let Evan past. Not really had as much traffic as I thought we might, though. Seemingly the AI is doing weird things with their fuel strategy. They almost seem to be like just fueling for single laps. A bit of oversteer there. Get back on the brakes. Got a Ferrari coming up behind us. A little under 2 seconds behind.
Car right. Clear right.
No, not going for it. He's going for it.
Right side. Clear right. On your right.
Back
Clear
up,
right.
through. Oh, I'm shifting down there for. Completely lost where I was then. All that kerfuffle. Popped out the carousel. Let's get back in. And even with that, we're still now picking up time on exit. That's crazy.
Yellow flag.
Should have probably taken kick Connor from the lobby maybe at the fuel stop. Just been sat there for now for about 4 laps. Ah, thanks, Damo. The PR shout-outs there. Also, if you're watching and you haven't done already, go and check out Damien. Damien Cross Racing on YouTube. Has a great community of sim racers and runs various community events throughout the year. The last one we took part in last month, which was the Old Ton, 100 minutes around Alton Park. So yeah, go and check Damien out. Too deep, that last part of the corner. It's really costing me a bit of time, but despite losing all that time on the back straight, we still improve. And we're into the sixes. Still need a bit
You've
to
got about 4 laps of fuel left.
catch up with Tom though.
P20.
Car right. Still there. Clear right.
Was that our first flying lap after the box? I think it was. Seems to be able to get a good exit from that corner at the top of that straight. Sure what the car was doing there, so I took the extra gear down. It's cost us a couple of hundredths, but nothing major. Need to work on this corner though. Sure, I could take a little bit more speed through that crest and over like the little bump there if I could get the line into it right. I'm just being a bit tentative. Beamer's cost me a whole heap of time here. A good exit on the next corner, maybe we can get him on the back straight. Now I've got a couple of cars coming up behind us. And that angry flash of the lights. And we're utilising the slipstream, but oh, what's he braking for there? No, I don't want to risk it.
On your right. Still there. Clear right.
Oh, the move. Very risky, but we'll take it. So much time to find, though. If we can get a clear lap in.
Yellow flag, watch out.
A bit slow into that corner, but we're through it. Wasn't a great corner, but we survived for another lap. Interestingly, the faster track never caught me up. They've passed the BMW, it seems. Have they? I don't know, actually. Those timings are a bit weird, actually. Oh, very close to hitting the barrier there. Alright, so we're halfway through the stint.
P19. You've got about 3 laps of fuel left.
On your right. Still there. Clear right.
happy sector. That lap though has put us ahead of Tom now.
Right side. Clear right.
Don't know if there are any more TCRs ahead of us. Off track for that, really?
All right, Nick, we need to watch these track limits. You've used half your fuel.
On your left. Clear left.
Sorry, Mr. Lambo.
Car right. Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
It's so tentative going past you around here.
Car left. Clear left.
That corner is speed than the Lambo, but straight line, it's gone. No surprise, really. Yeah, I think with it being the AI demo, they're just I haven't got the AI set to like avoid players at all costs, but I think they're just a lot more forgiving, and they're just being a bit tentative because they don't want to crash into you, sort of thing. So of course, there's no point telling an AI driver that you can pass on the left, pass on the right sort of thing either, because I doubt very much there's anything baked into the code that will tell them to go left or right if you press that corresponding button. I thought I was very slow through there, but obviously I was even slower on the last lap. Slow the car a little bit too much there. So not to have the incident.
Yellow flag, caution.
God, I must have fallen asleep at the wheel.
Yellow flag.
I've been going through telemetry, been sort of struggling through that second corner, like trying to get enough speed on the exit through the Dottinger, but I think I got in my notes that it seems like shifting up to fifth actually helps the rotation load, so I was trying to do that, and yeah, it definitely seemed to help. Definitely got a good drive out of that final corner before the straight. We'll keep going purple. Optimal lap is almost, it's coming down, not too far off the eights now. The consistency is obviously something to look at when you look at my optimal
Okay,
slide
Nick,
down
there's
to
a car exit
where
in
it
the pits,
is.
heads up.
But yeah, I'm
20th
4.5
place, only 2
seconds.
laps of fuel left.
my fastest lap is.
Right side. Clear right. On your right. Hold your line. Clear right. Right side. Clear right.
Messed that corner up a bit, didn't we? Seemingly though, I got that one right this time. Off track again? Really?
Track limits.
So long without picking up an off track, and now I've got 2 in 2 laps. Almost 3. That was 3. Trying to push the limits with some of these curbs. That's one way to take the corner. Take a bit of grass. Don't want to do that too many times though. Track temps creeping up. 37.8. Looking like a good lap at the minute, but it's a shame we took that off track at the start of the lap, really. We took two actually this lap, haven't we? Oh, popped out the carousel at the end.
Yellow flag.
Oh, really gutted that we've had so many off tracks in this one. This is a good lap. Right, one more to the box. I think the next like long test session I do, see about running like heavier fuel loads maybe. Don't think the tyres are as limited as I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be a real limiting factor.
This is the last lap of fuel.
Right, come on. Let's get through the chicane without taking an off track. Did, but it's a bit scruffy. Almost made a massive mistake there. I didn't release the brakes in between the two corners, which meant the weight stayed over the front wheel and almost oversteered. Turned too much too soon. Right on the limit as well. Really got to get this car stopped in a straight line. And really only when you've come off the brakes enough start turning in ever so gently. It's a good car actually to learn. It's a good car to like learn and teach yourself how to actually trail brake a little bit better. Such an important part of driving this car, just to bleed off those brakes nice and gently and apply gentle amounts of throttle, steering, sorry, not throttle. deep on exit. Temp's gone up a little bit, but what is this time game we've got here? Like 2 seconds up on our lap? Crazy. We've got a barrier.
Mind these track limits, please, Nick.
Ah, damn it. Getting too greedy. Chasing the Delta. Stupid. Very, very stupid. Carousel again. Having a great time through there at the minute.
Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Box this lap.
Roger, Jim.
Yellow flag.
Low. Some arm up. Sweaty, sweaty. So I think actually if I wanted to do like a 3-stop, it would work with potentially fueling a little bit longer for the final stint. I know we're out of fuel, but I'm going to cross over the line just to see what time we actually put in on this one, and then we'll reset to pits. Actually, no, we won't.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Oh, that was a good stint actually. Yeah, a bit scruffy in the middle, like towards from the middle onwards. picking up the off tracks.
Box in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Box now.
All right.
Front left, 68%. Left rear, 92.
All right, so before we do the final stint, I'm just going to head off real quickly for a bathroom break. So I will do that, and we will be right back for the final stint. I have returned. Right, just wanted to check something before we head back out. Connor. Yeah, so I think it's removed from the race. Sorry, Connor, you've been sat there for far too long. So, yeah, unfortunately, gotta go. Looks like we've got four humans now driving in the race. Myself and then 3 fellow Germans. Not fellow Germans, I'm not German. They're not fellow Germans, are they? Alright, so got just under an hour left in the session.
Pit exit looks clear.
I wonder if being more progressive on the throttle is actually better than just smashing it. The reason I say that is because when you smash the throttle, you're kind of throwing the weight instantly backwards. But if you're a bit more progressive with the weight transfer, it's very scruffy. I don't know if that helps. So the rears don't do a lot. So looking at tyre temps that time around, looks like we sustained a little bit more wear that time around. The front left on the inside edge was 68% worn. Temps also look to be a little bit higher there. Inside front left was running at 94 when we hit the box. So I don't know if that's because I was pushing more or if that's a case of the increased track temps. Currently running at 37.8 degrees. I'm just wondering, like, if I'm more progressive on the throttle on exit and ease that weight transition a little bit more, maybe we can actually take a bit more speed through a corner. Like that. There, it seems like smashing the throttle didn't really save me any time, so I don't know. Not really sure. Jury's out.
Right side, clear right.
And it's backing out again. Silly off track to pick up there.
On your right, clear right.
A little bit wide, let them past. Porsche isn't exactly running away with it, is he?
Left side,
Oh, a
clear
traffic
left.
jam. The AI is running out of fuel again. Not sure how we didn't pick up an off track there, but I'm not going to complain. Rugby. Very scruffy end to the lap. Trying too hard. Again, I'm just trying to extract lap time at the minute. Kind of got it in my head that I want to
P21.
finish that sentence in a minute. It got in my head that I want to get down to nearer to my optimal. me down to my optimal if I'm drifting out wide like that. Well, I'm starting to feel it in my braking leg, my left leg. Just out wide, didn't get the rotation in the corner. Interesting, didn't shift down to second there. They didn't really lose any time. I need to brake a little bit later there and turn in a little bit later. I feel like I'm turning in too early. Hopefully when we get to it, the traffic jammer's gone around here. Come on.
We need to watch these track limits.
bit of tiredness is starting to kick in.
You need to slow down, give back some time.
Car left. Clear left.
Yeah, very scruffy. I need just to refocus, I think. It's quite interesting though, like how obviously it's quite a grueling lap. It's quite interesting, like how as time goes on, you know, you start to make more and more mistakes. It didn't really feel like it when we did the 4-hour solo PCC, but you know, we're 2 hours and 20 into this run. I feel like mistakes are starting to creep in. Better. A bit more gentle on the brakes. Got a better exit.
Okay, Nick, you've got about 4 laps of fuel left. B24.
Our optimal's sitting in a good place right now. We have sub 9 minute on our optimal. We just need to put a representative time in now. Across 1 lap. Slow there, picking up the throttle. Definitely not a third gear corner entering the actual Nordschleife. I don't know how to say it. Entering Nords, we'll call it. No acceleration there at all. a second gear corner. Keep the RPM up. Corner again. Second corner in second lap in succession where we've really miles off the apex and just botched the corner. And they're turning in probably a little bit too early. Catching the curb. To rest that with my left leg a little bit more now. Definitely feeling it in that leg. Must have had draft down this straight on our PB. There was so much time initially. Gain it all back again by the end of the straight. Losing time in the carousel. At least we kept it in that time.
Guy behind has just done a 9:05.3 seconds.
Three more laps to go. Missed the fastest lap up. Overthinking it. I've got it in my head like last time around we was a bit less forceful on the brakes. We took a little bit.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
It was a bit more delicate. So I thought, right, let's be a bit more delicate. But no. Wasn't to be.
Okay, Nick, you've got half your fuel left. That's it.
from turning into early to now turning into late at that corner. More of a drift around that corner. Opened it up. BMW honing in on his behind. It's the M2 of David. Of course, run a good lap, and I'm going to get some traffic.
Car right. Clear right.
Despite letting him through, haven't really lost a massive amount of time. Hyundai though. Bit of a cork in the bottle at the minute. It's all good though. This is why we put the AI cars on, so we can practice in traffic. Come on, slipstream.
Left side. Hold your line. Clear left.
Should have stayed across a little bit. Going to give him the slipstream back down this final part.
Car right. Clear right.
B25, 2 laps of fuel remaining.
On your left. Hold your line. Hold your line. Still there. Clear left.
Alright, Nick, you need to watch the track limits.
Car left.
And the Audi's
Clear
so
left.
slow in this
That's 20 minutes
corners.
to go, 20 minutes.
Too much speed into that double right-hander there at the first braking zone after we turn onto the Nords. I had to get back on the brakes a little bit there to be able to turn into the rest of the corner. Just picked up the grass. Legs are starting to get really tired now. Feel like I'd need to do some sort of strength or stamina training with the leg. if I was to do this solo. So I've got about a month to go until the event, so there's plenty of time. But this is why we do these kind of sessions. Sort of see where we stand with everything and what we need to
All right,
improve
Nick.
on.
15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes.
Thinking why I picked up so much time there, but of course we let the BMW through on the previous lap. Lose a ton of time down the dot and jet though, because we had the draft last time around. Just the first half of the lap that's really scruffy. We need to improve on and sort out. There's just not a lot we can do about this time deficit here. One more to go.
You've only got enough fuel for this lap.
Terrible.
Okay, Nick, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left.
Coming in too early. Lost a bit of time there, had to shift down to second on the exit of the first chicane. So far I was down in the first and third sectors. Not ideal, just we've increased the brake pressure there just as we're trying to trail off and turn into the corner. Lost a bit more time there. Not an ideal place to
Left side, clear left.
come, mate. I'm afraid.
On your left. Clear left.
The car in front's lap time is at 9:02.
Once again, they're just the faster cars are just so slow in the corners. I think like another key area probably to work on with this car is to try to get more rotation out the pedals and do a bit less steering. Definitely feel like I'm scrubbing tyres a lot of the time, turning in too aggressively. Not aggressively enough. Alright, half a lap to go.
Okay, Nick, hit this lap, in this lap. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes.
Over the curves a little bit too much there. Pretty much though, whatever the gap is here, we've made it all up in this like final sector. The rest of the lap was pretty much irrelevant with the time gain that we've got here. Basically found a tenth of a second somewhere else on the lap. The rest of the time is just what we've gained in that sector. Once again though, it's just like the early part of the lap that's let me down there. All the micro sections were green there for what I could see, but anyway, there we go. There is the end of our stints.
B26.
2.2 seconds slower than the time we set when we invalidated.
Two minutes to go, 2 minutes.
That was good fun. Got a good long stint in. Although we picked up 14 instant points across 18 laps, we actually kept it out the wall for 18 laps. Which is encouraging from a race point of view. But yeah, there we go. 3 hours of Nords done. So race, kind of like race scenario, we would need to fuel for 1 extra lap, wouldn't we? I missed the pits.
2 litres left.
Oh well. I'm not going to go around again.
Right
So yeah,
flag, 1 litre pit to serve the penalty.
we need to probably fuel for 1 more lap, because based on 3 hours there, that's quite interesting. But yeah, tyre info again. That's that. Is that? No, it must be. Yeah, no, the tyres temps are a little bit cooler. So yeah, a little bit about the same wear that time. The tyres are a little bit cooler than after the second stint there.
Checkered flags out, B26.
But you know, it was good. That was very good indeed. Everybody else, no more humans left in this one. So yeah, no, good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Yeah, just pretty exhausted after that one, to be fair. I think I could do another hour. Yeah, I could definitely do another hour, just that it's man, I need to learn to speak. So I think I just need to work on my physical, like my legs kind of thing. Like I said, I can definitely feel it in my braking leg. Which is pretty insane, really. But yeah, don't know if we get. I mean, there's another. Got to wait for everybody to finish, I guess. To yeah, we'd have to wait for this to finish, I guess, to see the results of it, if we can indeed see the results. But yeah, no, that's it, guys. Thank you very much, everybody who did come along. Hello. Let's try that one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thanks everybody who joined along with us in the actual session. Like I said, really, really happy with how that went. 3 hours. We didn't have to like reset to pits because of damage or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just a bit annoyed, not annoyed, but a bit disappointed with the way, like the AI behaved in that one. I was kind of hoping for them to be a bit more in and around us. So maybe next time, rather than doing practice session, maybe I need to do a race session. But obviously, if I do a race session, that kind of means anybody who wants to race with me, if I do a hosted session, will need to be in at the start of the race. But could do like an offline session. That's definitely something we could do. So fastest lap according to Garage 61. It's give me a second, guys. So yeah, Garage 61. We have set our new fastest clean lap, which was a 9-minute 04.548. Now, to put that into kind of context, our first lap here in this car, which was on the 25th of February. So that's a week and 3 days. So 10 days. 10 days ago, our initial lap was a 9-minute 23.997. So we've managed to find almost 20 seconds in lap time from the first one that we set, which is pretty good going. Let me jump into this and I can put my fastest lap. Let's copy the ID because I've got a little analysis going on here of all my laps with some notes. So I'm comparing against this guy. I probably need to actually compare against somebody else now. You kind of see my progression as well here. You just started playing this game and you can't find answers anywhere, but I was passing people earlier and your position never went up. I don't know. Were you a lap down at all? That's the only kind of thing I could think, if you was a lap down potentially. All right, so yeah, I've got a note here that we missed the apex, need a tight line. We still need a tight line there, clearly. Braking looks good though, trailing off nicely. And yeah, okay, so here I've got a couple of notes. Right, so we're getting fully off the throttle there, so that's a positive. But here, low RPM in the corner, losing 23 kph. Well, we're not losing 23 kph, we're only losing 10 now, but still need to sort of tighten this up. We're still losing quite a bit of speed. We are back on full throttle a lot earlier than our reference lap. But yeah, picking up more speed there. But yeah, need to work on that chicane still. I was not at the end of the race. It had me go into the pits of everybody. Everyone else. I thought it was weird. It was, I don't know, very strange. I've never heard of that before, Caleb. Sorry. Like I said, if you was lap down, I could understand it. But yeah, not sure, mate. Sorry. I'm sorry. Let me just actually compare the sectors here where I actually lost time. See if we can work out where we've lost time. Sector 5. Not sure where we've lost the time. Going a little bit slower through here, through this kink. We're not really braking. We're braking a lot less than this reference lap did. Yeah, I would put it down to a bug, Caleb. It definitely doesn't. If you wasn't a lap down, then I can't think of another reason why that would be the case. Sorry, mate. So why did we lose? I don't know why we lost a bit of time there. The next sector especially, we lost a whole heap of time here. We was massively slow here, look. Why are we a lot slower there? What's the... So that's the kink. So that's the kink, and then this is the... Okay, so we're losing on exit here. Looks like we are much later on throttle, but okay, yeah, we're much later on throttle, and we had to actually back out of the throttle here as well a couple of times. I mean, he does here, but we did massive. We was fully off throttle twice here, which is why we lost so much speed. Good 20, almost 20 kph slower there, and then again here, throttle trace is not very good. We're fully off throttle for a long period here. Back off the throttle there, so yeah, lost a whole heap of time there. And then we had another slow sector in sector 9. Yeah, it is, but yeah, with it being more of a simulation than a game, I think you know, I can understand why people may have questions. Yeah, here we're just massively down on speed. What section is this? So this is... Actually, what section is that? 9. Out the carousel. Okay, so it's just after the carousel, this section, sector 9. So we're initially carrying more speed here. And we're a little bit under here, approaching the corner. But throttle seems better. The guy we're comparing here is very much on, off, on, off, on, off. We're more progressive at that point. But then we do fully drop there into the corner. We are braking later at least now. So that's we've learnt from that note. Good note. But then, yeah, here, again, we're just spending a lot more time off throttle. We're not very, we don't seem to be very good like on like the intermediate stage, like just keeping a little bit of power in, it seems. Seems to be where we're really struggling the most. Get the long corner there, but then yeah, everywhere else we're kind of like gaining time. Anyway, that's going to be it from me today. Thank you very much, everybody, for sticking around, and we'll be continuing to try and improve on our laps in the near future. But yeah, once again, like guys, thank you very much for being here. If you took part in the session, thank you very much for taking part in the session. Until the next one, have a great weekend, and I'll catch you later. Bye, guys.